On the floor of the Thriving Communities event, we're talking to Sarah and Stephen, who are here from Unchained Business Services, a fascinating business concept. Really great to see wonderful businesses such as yourselves here at the Thriving Communities event. Sarah, tell me a little bit about your business and what it is that you do and how you support small business.
So Unchained really exists to train and equip Australian businesses to address modern slaveries in their supply chain and operations. So basically how we support small businesses is to help them understand the Modern Slavery Act and how they can actually start looking at their supply chains, work out if they have slaves in their supply chains and what they can do about it.
It's a great business model. It's fantastic that you're supporting. And I imagine it's not just about big business, isn't it? It's a little bit about small businesses. And I mean, I'm just thinking to myself out loud, the businesses that I come across, where do they get their product? Where do they get are they using someone who's a virtual assistant somewhere else in overseas? How is that person being treated? How are they being looked after? And it's a really important issue, isn't it? Stephen, what have you got out of being at the Thriving Communities event tonight?
It's really good to connect, especially with businesses that are connecting businesses. So I had a really good conversation today with two people who are working with migrants and working with small businesses owned by Chinese or Arabic speakers, and it reminded me of my days when I was in advertising and worked actually with those language groups. So to be able to talk to them, and particularly the Chinese person, about small businesses that are supplying to medium-sized or large corporates, particularly in the construction industry, was really informative, and they're very interested in hearing more about us and maybe talking to their people about this act and what they can do to improve their imports.
And it's very topical because the Act just came in, was it, just correct me if I'm wrong, was it the 1st of July? It
Exactly
came
right.
in?
Yeah, it just came into play on the 1st of July.
And is it state government or federal government?
So at the moment, the act that's in play is the Commonwealth Modern Slavery Act. The New South Wales Act is currently under review.
And are you finding that you're getting a better uptake from those who are in government organisations rather than small business? Is it an awareness issue that you've got going, and maybe that's what an event like tonight helps bring you?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Tonight is a fantastic forum to be able to bring awareness to people about the Modern Slavery Act. A lot of small businesses haven't heard of it yet, but as you say, as small businesses, but also as consumers, we all have a responsibility to make ethical choices.
Well, it's fantastic. Thank you very much for joining Small Biz Matters here on the floor of Thriving Communities. We've been talking to businesses, we've been talking to sponsors. It's a great event. Make sure you get on their email list and find out about it for next year. But thanks for joining us today, guys.
Great, thanks for having us.
It's Unchained Business Services. We've just spoken to Stephen and Sarah. Thanks, guys.